What's up, guys? Today we're going to check out the master plan community of E-Town. Now, this is one of the only master plan communities within Duval County. There aren't very many because there's not a lot of land within the south side of Duval County where you can build communities just like this one. And if you're looking, maybe you're looking at Seven Pines, maybe you looked at Nocatee, both of those communities are great, but this one has an advantage over both of those, being about $150,000 to $200,000 cheaper than those master plan communities, offering the same type of amenities and also the same general location. Let's go ahead and check it out. And guys, make sure you stay tuned towards the end of the video. We're going to show you what the Fox Ridge by David Weekley is right here in Granville, which is a neighborhood, a part of the master plan community of E-Town. We're going to take you on a little tour through here, and it is a beautiful home. We actually got our professional headshots done here just a week ago. But before we get to all of that, let's talk about where we are in Duval County in northeastern Florida, right? So we're on the southeastern part of Duval County. We're a couple miles from 95. We're 2 miles east of US 1, and we're right off of 295. So you can get pretty much anywhere in Jacksonville within about 30 to 45 minutes with your access to 295. I mean, it's literally, once you get off 295, you're here in about 2 minutes from the highway. One really interesting thing about this community that not a lot of people know about is that eventually this community is going to connect to other communities that have been developed by the park group. So Nocatee was developed by the park group, E-Town was developed by the park group, and then eventually they're going to be developing Everrange, which is going to be the middle part between E-Town and Nocatee that will start in 2025. And like I mentioned before, one of the best things about this community is its central location of pretty much everything that Jacksonville has to offer. And we're only about 11-mile drive to the beach, so it's going to take you about 20 minutes. If you need to go to the hospital, God forbid, it's only going to be about 10 minutes to go over to Baptist Medical South, which is right off of I-95. And then if you wanted to go to downtown Jacksonville, maybe you're working down there, it's only going to take about 20 to 25 minutes depending on traffic. And then if you're going to downtown St. Augustine, maybe you want to go out for a night on the Old Town, that's going to be about 40 minutes from this location. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering, like, okay, well, this is a new community. What are the schools like in the area? You know, Nocatee is rivaled for its schools, and so is Seven Pines, right? But here at E-Town, you actually have the same schools as Seven Pines for the most part. Now, for your elementary school, you're going to have Mandarin Oaks. That's an A-rated school from 2022 from the Department of Education. For your middle school, you're going to have Twin Lakes. Now, that is a C school, but I know a lot of parents, you know, our bodies were all changing during that time, so it's not as important as your elementary or your high school. And for your high school, that's going to be Atlantic Coast, so that's also an A school. So between those, you have some really great schools within the area that E-Town has available. Now let's talk a little bit about the numbers and what they have available here within Granville of E-Town by David Weekley. So they have two different lot options for you here within E-Town. That's going to be a 38-foot lot, and that's going to be a 34-foot lot. Now, for the most part, everything in here is going to be two-story homes. They do have a one-story floor plan available, but that square footage is only going to be 1,540 square feet. So that may not work for a lot of people out there. So that's why they have the two-story homes on the smaller lots that can go all the way up to 2,616 square feet. That could be a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom home. Now, within this community, they only have 94 home sites, and on the perimeter of the community, those are going to be the front load homes. So your garage is going to be at the front entrance of the home. Now, if you're in the center of the community, not along the perimeter, you're going to be a rear entry home, and then you're going to have a courtyard in front of your house that kind of looks like a walking path / courtyard area that's going to be really beautiful. So if you are on the perimeter and you're on one of those front loading homes, your HOA and CDD combined on a monthly basis is going to be $405 a month. Now, if you're one of those rear entry homes, that's going to be $365 a month. So that's a little bit of a savings on the monthly basis when you're combining both the HOA and the CDD. So now I know you're asking, like, what's the price of these things here, right? You mentioned that it's cheaper than Seven Pines, it's cheaper than Nocatee. So for a home within this community, you can get a price between $500,000 and $600,000. Now that, of course, depends on the lot that you have within this community, how big your home is. So it's going to be in that $500,000 to $600,000 range. As of right now, if you're looking to purchase a home here in the area, they have some really great incentives to entice buyers to come by. So they're offering $15,000 in flex money, which can be used towards your rate buy down, or it can be used towards your closing costs. That $15,000 could equal a 1% drop in your interest rates. That's a huge difference in your monthly payment, as well as the 30 years amount of interest that you would pay. On top of that, they're also offering 1% of the purchase price to go towards your closing costs. So like I said, it's gonna be somewhere between $500 and $600,000. So that's gonna be roughly $5,000 to $6,000 that you can put towards your closing costs on top of that $15,000 flex money. So like many other communities, E-Town has a beautiful amenity center here. As you can see right behind me, they have a private deck up here, which you can rent out for parties, which they're doing tonight. They have a food truck over there, Rolling with B, which unfortunately they're not opening till 6. Otherwise we'd grab some food there. But right behind me, they have the fitness center right through those glass doors. They have a little garden area here where they do outdoor yoga. They got a tot lot right over there, and they have a dog park all within the central location for all the residents of E-Town. And also, I forgot to mention the beautiful pool just on the other side of this building. So this whole area is new, and literally right over there, that's where Granville is, and right over here is where your shopping is. This is where Publix is, where you get a pub sub, get your drinks, your food, everything right here. All of this area here is new, and it's a new shopping center. So they will be developing and also filling in these stores over here to the right, or my left, your right, as well. On top of that, you're only about a 10-minute drive on 295 to the St. John's Town Center, which is the hub for your shopping and restaurant, your dining for Jacksonville, which is only about 10 minutes down the road. And then also you have Durbin Pavilion, which is down 9B, and that's gonna be about a 15-minute drive from here. So within this location, you have tons of options, not only within E-Town, but just outside of it. All right, guys, and that is it. If you gained a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of insight into what living in E-Town is like, then please do me that solid and tap that subscribe button below, like the video, and comment if you have any additional questions about E-Town or any of the neighboring communities here. For myself, my wife is actually hanging out with Justin's wife tonight, so I'm gonna go ahead and get a Hungry Man microwavable dinner to make sure I'm taken care of. Until next time, guys.